will choose Gusion, and Gusion has been proving to not only be a very effective assassin, but can play the mage role as well. But a lot of people will tend to use him as assassin because he deals a lot of damage personally.
Picking.
Oh, wow!
Fanny!
We were so dazed when we did not see Fanny and Lancelot, a dual assassin coming in, and Zorn again, his signature hero. Fanny is being played, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, we were talking about him.
I am very interested.
So
you know.
Fanny key player.
Yep.
Okay, where's your guest coin right now? It's not done yet. But
not done yet.
The guest coins are going, you know, a little bit. It's the blue side.
And it's gonna be Moskov going in with Charles. So the initiator coming in, and wow, going in with a wow marksman meta for their lineup. Meanwhile, I want to talk about Dominus. Lancelot using his assassin. Do you think there should be another assassin to replace? Like, I feel like Lancelot, yes, he's still viable even though after all the nerfs, but there could be another assassin to take
The
away.
nerf was not too strong on Lancelot. He's still amazingly strong.
Still impactful.
It's just new heroes, insane heroes like Selena that came into the meta and just shake it up a little bit. So,
final pick.
There's more variety.
Diggy again.
Diggy again.
We're gonna wait for that first because
there's no Akai though. Why? Oh, the Minnow and Fury.
Good question.
The Minnow and Fury.
Minnow and Fury. No, here's the thing. A good question. We don't have a pure tank in Mystic Burden's lineup. Thank you so much for saying
it could
no
be,
tank.
It could be too easy for Jab.
No, there's no pure tank. Literally, you have Kaya as the support. You have Diggy as a support as well. But the tank element, the pure primary tank, is not there for Mystic Burden. So Mystic Burden perhaps sacrificing some damage absorption. They want to go in for more lockdowns.
They might want to go for early aggressions.
Correct.
Because having no tank, actually tank skills really well in the late game where they have the items for themselves. Then they will be, you know, really tanky in the late game. So in order to counter that, they were just gonna slaughter them early into the game. So Mystic Burden will have a lot of teamfighting potential early on.
I don't want to agree with you, but then my predictions will go in for Win Own the World. They have a balanced lineup. I want to see how it goes. What's your prediction?
And my gas coins will be always going against KBC Sensei will be the Mystic Burden. Let's go. The yellow horse of the game. We on Worlds versus Mystic Burden. First game. Let's go.
And Turtle will spawn at the top side. My favorite spot for those you don't know out there, the viewers, especially Ido. I think you should know that this is my favorite Turtle spawn site for the very first time because it benefits me. I'm a tank player. I always like to go top, so I want to get the Turtle for myself. But anyways, early aggression coming in. Jawhead and Diggy trying to harass that Minotaur. Not going to do anything because tanks are pretty much tanky, and Minotaur is an early tanky hero to start with. At the mid lane, you can see that Gusion and Lancelot rivalry continues on. Same as Season 1, same till now. Where the bottom lane, Charles, Moskov going up against Kaya and Fanny. I love to see this matchup because both sides can deal so much damage. We have to see how Moskov progresses in this particular game. Can he get enough farm before the 15th minute?
We were talking about Mystic Burden needs to have more aggression, and they're not having it right now. Oh, speaking of aggression, Luffy might be getting caught too easy for Jab. Looking a little bit, you know, tilted right there. Wants to get the Cho for himself, but Cho does indeed a very slippery Kung Fu master. Does slip away ever so slightly. So good right there.
And I do want to say or note out that team We Own World, they have Selena and Minotaur together in the top lane alongside with Jawhead and Diggy, but we're going to move to the bottom lane for a while. There's a bit of aggression going on to the top lane as well. So now, Team Mystic Burden, they don't have any primary tanks. They have a lot of mobility, yes. They have a lot of contributions in terms of team fight because of the lockdown, because of the cancellation, the area effect cancellation. But then, can they withstand damage? As you can see, Kuja has been taken down to a really, really low HP before Gusion getting that death from Lancelot. Lancelot getting killed by Selena with the trade kill. Even though there's a first blood, Fanny comes in and desolate that Minotaur for the turtle taking. The turtle has been contested by Team Mystic Burden. Perhaps, just perhaps, the team fights, like you mentioned before, works out well. But then Selena, holy moly, she nearly turned into the Abyssal form before moving on to Moon Elf Goddess form. And she's just gonna walk away. There's no point fighting and contesting for the turtle at this very point of positioning.
Zorn, as the key player, was playing really well with the Fanny, comes in with the steel cable, gets the execution on V on Worlds, and V on World, the Minotaur did not have his ultimate just yet, and wow, there's more action coming on the top side, KBC.
I love how you say "wow" going on with the faction, because it's a little bit pun intended. Forgive me if I did offend you on that. But wow, indeed, as Selena managed to, try to at least get enough farm alongside with Minotaur, and the engagement comes in early on already. The rest of Team Mystic Burden had to run away from trouble. WoW is gonna wow them down if they don't do anything, and it's gonna be halting moments right there.
A little bit of a meaningless engage right there, because Mystic Bird just Fanny just flew away, and more action coming on the bottom side of the map. Kaja takes out the Moskov. This is not going to be good for Beyond Walls, because Beyond Walls is relying on the marksman to skill late into the game. Fanny almost gets a kill onto the Minotaur, but Minotaur is indeed really tanky. Has to back away from that.
Yes, indeed. There's no follow-up. There's no point
the
going
kick
in
is good.
for it. And the Jikundo with the Way of the Dragon comes in. And my oh my, single-handedly, of course with the help of Diggy, takes down Kaya from Team We Own the World. And they are now trying to get back into kills, trying to get back into goal advantage. Jawhead managed to knock back Minotaur back into the bushes, not wanting any BS coming in from the opposite team. But then again, each of the teams, the players, they are rotating well. They are trying to find areas to exploit, trying to get jungle creeps, steal them away from that. And a nice Abyssal Arrow connecting down to Kuja as Kuja falls down already with the Jawhead. This is why Selena is being banned. The Abyssal Arrow stun is just overwhelming.
Our turret has been destroyed.
That was satisfying to watch, and more fights are coming soon. Fanny takes out the Moskov, and Mystic Bird is just crashing onto We On Worlds right there. Has to get away. More turrets will be taken. Actually, first tower being taken down by Mystic Burden. However, this creates a space for We On Worlds to get the turtle for themselves. Wow, 4 minutes in, 4 kills for Mystic Burden. They're still on it. On the bottom tower, will be going for it. Cho has to get away from that. The spear is there by Moskov, and it's not enough. And my goodness,
top lane, Minion Fury just comes in and just swipes out the turret. It's a switch of lanes. Basically, top lane has been exploited by We Own World, while the bottom lane is exploited by Mystic Burden.
They were trading towers.
They were trading towers. They were trading kills. I had to give credit to Jeb. He was using the Kaya really well. He was baiting out or locking down one of the heroes, and the rest of the members just swooped them all away their feet. However, Turtle, the final Turtle, has been taken by We Own World, giving them that a bit of gold XP advantage for everyone. And it looks like Mystic Burden, yes, they still are able to equalize onto gold and turrets. It's anyone's game right now.
It's the same right here, along with the kills.
Oh, the lockdown works again. Here comes WoW, as WoW is down to now. As all of the members, they are running away. They don't have any backup damage from the team of Mystic Burden. Mystic Burden, they can actually just push in lanes, control lane domination, try to take at least one more turret down here. Fanny, oh my goodness, taking up the top lane solo-handedly onto this particular base. And Edo, look at this. Mystic Burden, even though with Selena coming in, it seems like they don't really feel any pain. Like, they don't really care much.
And we do see a little bit of pause, a little bit of a technical issue coming in from the teams right here.
We Own World.
We Own Worlds. A little bit of they want to solve this out right now. So meanwhile, we're waiting. So
we can talk about it.
How is it? I mean, so much action.
Yes, so much action.
The Abyssal Arrows. You were saying about Selena
3.5
not working out really well, right?
Yes, because I find that the Abyssal Arrows initially there was a bit of impact from there, but after that, it was because Abyssal Arrow's one thing weakness is it's very slow. The projectile is very slow. It goes into one very slow line. Everybody could avoid it from there. And Selena, for her Abyssal Arrows to be more impactful, the team needs to start or initiate the fight. So let's say you have Minotaur using his ulti Minion Fury, stuns everyone there. Then Selena can come in and deal damage. So the problem was
they're not hitting it.
Yes,
they're not hitting it. They're not executing it.
Correct. And I want to take your first point that you said. They are very mobile. Mystic Burden, they can just go anywhere, they can avoid any traps from there, and it feels like it's very hard to put them all into one basket.
That's right.
Because when you put one hero into the basket, the other one goes out, the other one goes in. So it's very annoying for Team We Own World to do something from there.
Mystic Burden right now, they are on an advantage position. They have to hold the line. They will not try to let it slip away for We Own Worlds, because We Own Worlds does scale really well into the late game. They have the Moskov.
Yes.
They have the marksman for themselves that will be really great into the late game. So it's not. They have to keep it up. They have to keep up.
They have to at least stall the time length of the time. And here's the fun part: if Moskov is fat or at least farm up to his max level or his max equipment, there is no chance that Mystic Burden could stop him, because they don't have a primary tank. They don't have a primary tank to absorb the damage. Yes, they have Kaya perhaps to lock him down, but then it's not enough. Moskov can be there, he can teleport back outside, and he can just spam all the way.
And there you go, the game is back. We Own Worlds versus Mystic Burden. Mystic Burden having a slight lead right here. Fanny coming in. Zorn tries to get the Selena. Oh, executes it with a cutthroat. Does not get it, gets kicked by the Cho. Will be getting killed possibly, but no, gets away with the steel cables. My goodness, what a play by Zorn.
Everyone just juking one another, running back into safety. And we have to give credit to both Minotaur and of course Zorn using the Fanny. It was a very close call, because whoever dies that time is a window of opportunity for the teams to continue on for the team fight. Meanwhile, wow, they're gonna take in the matters of their hands in the mid lane. Zorn with so much damage onto the Fanny. However, he got locked down by Moskov over here. But then the rest of Mystic Burden, they have backups. They will get a double kill with their own members, because Selena killing off Lancelot. But and of course, wow, they are having the advantage in terms of their own base, but they had to fall back. They don't have any more damage dealers. You can see that Minotaur is the last man standing. He has to be very careful here. He doesn't want to get caught off guard by everyone. And Cho, he will fall back into base. So, after seeing the team fights, it seems like We Own World, they still can, at least do damage. They still can follow up, because Zorn, he got caught out really badly. He got locked down.
But he did not die.
He did not die, correct, until the very end of the moment. And his team is backing him up really well. That's all I could say for
the rotations were quick. They were keeping out with their aggression. They're not backing down. They're not letting We Own Worlds breathe, and more fights are coming in KBC.
Oh, here comes the fight that we have always waited for. Kuja with the actually the Jawhead. He's gonna tank the enough damage for running away. The Diggy pop up the ultimate as the pushback goes in, sacrificing the life of Jawhead for the greater good. But is the greater good enough, as Moskov killing another member of Team Mystic Burden, the Abyssal Arrow? So close, hitting either Kaya or Diggy in the hand.
But
meanwhile,
Fanny pushing the middle lane tower, will be backing away without the creeps. But while We Own Worlds, wow, goes for the Lord for themselves. There's no contest so far. Fanny coming in though. Zorn might be looking for an opening. He does have a little bit of energy. Lord has been slain by Gushen, and it will be a little bit of trouble for Mystic Burden. Too easy for Jab, gets kicked by the way of the dragon, and We Own World is on the chase. Too easy for Jab, gets taken out by the spear from Moscow. Wow, what is going on? We Own World's turning it around, and this could be the turning point for Mystic Burden, because they might have lost their edge right here.
I feel the timing, the positioning of Moskov using his ulti is just on point. The follow-up was there. And the rest of the team, We Own World, they are very aggressive. They took down Lord. They did not stop. They know that Zorn can deal a lot of damage to multiple members of WoW, but they were saying that, you know what, it's okay. We have our core members. We still have our utilities like the ultimate, the shutdown. There were no choice for Mystic Burden to at least fall back and lose a member in hand. Now you're losing one member, you're losing one Lord, giving We Own World so much advantage to at least take down a single lane right there.
Another Abyssal being missed out. Could this build? Aggressive minion Fury is here, gets the kill right away. The killing spree is there for Moscow, and my gonna be talking about this. The late game skills of Marksman is here. The Abyssal Arrow finally hits on Dominus, and Lancelot is in trouble. Will he get taken down though? Lancelot, however, takes out the Minotaur. It is, a counterplay, but really great play coming in from the Selena. Mega kill as well on the Moscow. gets the double kill for himself. 12 kills to 8, 10 minutes in, 29 gold, and it looks like it doesn't matter. Fanny is here though. Ooh,
Fanny wants to save the day, but the problem is it's not enough. Look at that. Chow, Moskov, everybody just burning down the crystal base. And wow, my oh wow, first point of the game.
Ooh, we were talking about the gamble that Mystic Burden went for. They do not have a tank, and they lost their steam late into the game.
And they actually lost. You can see a lot of their members just burned down to the ground. I feel like Kaya and Diggy, even they were to make tank items or builds, it will not work as effectively comparing to someone like Minotaur from here. And for Team WoW, I have to give credit to Moskov. It was only 10 minutes on the clock. We were always saying that 15 minutes should be the main thing that Moskov should take the driver's seat already.
He did 30% damage.
Yes, he did the most as well.
10 minutes in.
Yes, and that is very good.
I told you the marksman meta is back.
I still don't have much confidence in here, but hey, perhaps this is just a spark to the meta. Just a spark, yeah.
Moskov spears are real. You get a lot of shots hit.
I have to give credit to that as well. The skills, the ultimate were on point.
We're gonna want to see that again in the highlights. So let's go. The highlights are here. Let's go.
You have to do that right. So anyways, this is the storyline for the teams. We Own World, they were looking really good at the start of the game. It was actually a very close game, but We Own World were doing whatever they had. They have a lot in hand. They have, you know, the Turtles' objectives actually in hand. Mystic Burden, on the other hand, they were trying to match up to the aggression of Win Over. So you did see the bottom lane getting pushed, while the top lane is owned by WoW.
Mystic Burden had the early game advantage, as we projected.
Both,
they lost steam as they loses the team fight late into the game when Mino does have so much tankiness to tank everything for We Own Worlds and for the Moskov to do the damage. Goshen just standing behind there. He was like just walking his way in. Oh, we have won the team fight already. And right here we do see the Abyssal Arrow finally hitting on Selena's end. Lancelot did get a revenge kill on the Minotaur, but it was not enough for them.
And this is where I mentioned that We Own World, to get Selena's Abyssal Arrows in point or on point on check, she needs a team. She needs a team to start the war. She needs a team to stun every hero. So if you see the Abyssal Arrow, it is missable, but because of the rest of the initiation coming in from the other team members and the heroes, it works. Yeah,
that's right.
Alone, it's not gonna work. I tell you, everybody can just avoid the Abyssal Arrow away. But with her coming in after the war starting to fight, and the skills are coming in, that's where it comes into the most impactful moment.
There you go. MCB versus WOW. Wow.
Wow, again. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go into a short break over here. So we're gonna go into the round 2 of game 2. But before that, I want to give a special credit to Moonton and EGG Network for providing us Mobile Legends Professional League Season 2 for the Malaysia and Singapore region. We'll be right back after the short break.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Hero Spotlight, where we introduce the latest heroes of Mobile Legends. This week we are releasing the infamous Lord of Thieves, Cloud, and his simian sidekick, Dexter. As the Land of Dawn's King of Thieves, Cloud is a mischievous and sneaky fellow who can steal practically anything. In fact, with the help of his trusty sidekick Dexter, Cloud has never failed a job. After going to great lengths to acquire Mr. Rooney's mysterious device, Cloud made quite a few enemies and has no choice but to join the battlefield. As the Lord of Thieves, Cloud is ridiculously difficult for enemies to catch. In the off chance that Cloud and Dexter find themselves caught in the tight scuffle, they are able to unleash a devastating barrage of gunfire upon enemies to make a great escape. For his first skill, Cloud robs his enemies of movement and attack speed within a fan-shaped area, dealing physical damage in the process. If the crowd control of this skill wasn't enough, Cloud gains a certain amount of the movement and attack speed he robbed from enemy units. Although the precise amount depends on the number of enemy units affected. Cloud can get a higher buff if he steals movement and attack speed from enemy heroes, so keep that in mind. Using the skill, Cloud can ensure that he can move freely while hindering his enemies, thus creating a safer environment for him to eliminate enemies. As for his second skill, Cloud uses Mr. Rooney's device to summon a mirror image of Dexter, which auto-attacks enemy units. Activating the skill again allows Cloud to instantly teleport to the mirror Dexter's location, indeed making Cloud quite difficult to catch. Dexter's mirror image deals physical damage and carries the effects of his basic attacks. This skill is highly flexible and is great for when Cloud wants to make an epic attack or a dashing retreat. Try using this skill to break into enemy lines, then activate Cloud's ultimate for a devastating attack. Using the skill, even if Cloud's ultimate is not ready, will also throw enemies off balance, as he cuts in and out of the skirmish. Now for Cloud's ultimate. He and Dexter join together in an explosive 360-degree attack that deals continuous physical damage to at most 2 enemy units. This skill also carries the effects of basic attacks and gives Cloud a temporary shield. Any attack speed buffs will increase the hits of damage dealt. Using Cloud's ultimate with equipment items that buff the effects of basic attacks, such as Golden Staff, can result in massive damage against enemy units. Regarding the 2-target limitation, we highly recommend to only use Cloud's ultimate when there are only 2 enemy heroes nearby, for greater damage. Also, be sure to take advantage of the added shield to launch a deadly counterattack against enemies. Finally, for his passive, Cloud's partner in crime, Dexter, will help him attack, dealing bonus damage to Cloud's targets. Keep in mind, this passive carries the bonus effects of basic attacks. Therefore, we highly recommend Cloud to equip items that buff the effects of basic attacks. As for the equipment items, we recommend the following 3 sets. Cloud's passive and ultimate are both highly dependent on basic attack effects. Thus, Golden Staff is a perfect pick. Cloud, being able to deal 2 hits of damage, can easily activate the effects of Golden Staff. In terms of emblem sets, we highly recommend everyone to use the Marksman emblem set, which provides strong lifesteal effects and DPS buffs, all of which are great with Cloud's nature. As for talents, definitely try using Greed, Swift, and Weakness Finder. In fact, definitely use Weakness Finder as it greatly helps Cloud when exerting crowd control and reaping. For battle spells, we recommend using Inspire. In our eyes, there is no better battle spell for Cloud's heavy focus on DPS. Cloud sneakily takes down an enemy tower, enemies closing in on his location. Cloud cleverly uses the Art of Thievery to slow down the enemies. He summons a mirror image and immediately teleports away from Johnson and Aurora's dangerous attacks. What a clutch move. Now Lancelot and Frey are coming in hot. Cloud activates his devastating ultimate and eliminates both of them. Cloud switches positions with the mirror image once again to dodge another of Johnson's attacks. Cloud eliminates Aurora and Layla as they attempt to escape. Johnson's rushing back into the skirmish, but is no match for Cloud's hit and run shots. Wow, a pentakill. And that's Mobile Legends' latest hero, Cloud, coming soon for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points. Make sure to take advantage of the 30% launch week discount. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Hi everyone, we meet again in this new episode of Mobile Legends Hero Spotlight. In this
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, pros and noobs of Mobile Legends. Yes, I'm talking to myself, so sorry, I'm the noob. As we are back here for Game 2, Mystic Burden going against We Own World for Round 2, or Match 2 in general. My name is KBC Sensei, and of course my co-caster right here, who is wanting to speak right now, Eduardo Gaming. Take away.
Eduardo is here to give you more hype about this series, MCB versus WOW. Wow.
Yep.
We Own Worlds versus Mystic Burden.
Yep. And we talked about it. We were talking about the post highlights of game or match 1.
That's right.
We found out that, public service announcement.
PSA is here.
Please use tanks, like proper tanks, teams. Because I'm a tank, I feel very proud of the tank, so you have to at least get a primary tank right now for all the lineups. And we did notice that Diggy is kind of a bit sad on Diggy's side. Maybe you can tell them.
It's not real. Oh, sorry, GG Network. Sorry, the Diggy eggs are not real. Okay, so I mean the 0% win rate.
0%
so far.
Wow.
In MPL Season 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But so far, all these Diggy picks are not working out for all these teams so far.
I was talking to you in the start of the game. Flash Tyrants going up against Traitor. Diggy, yes, he's there to at least cancel all the area effect, but that's only one time really. And after that, he's basically deemed kind of like not that impactful. I wouldn't say useless, not impactful, not that productive. We did see Flash Tyrants played really well with their Diggy, able to steal the Lord, able to steal, at least able to start the fights in their position, but it was a little too late. Diggy was too pressured at the moment, and with a dead Diggy, it creates the sense of exploit for the opposite team to make use and to get into the fights properly. So Diggy, one hand is, I feel like they should change it, like we talked about it. Perhaps get somebody who is a much better support.
High loss.
High loss is primary tank already, but he can play support as well if he wants to. I could go with Kaya.
Can also go with Angela.
Angela, yes,
was
maybe.
open, guys.
Yep, Angela was open, but we don't really see much of Angela because there's a lot of lanes being exposed. But like I said, the pro players, they could use
but
different
Angela
types
could
of
help globally.
Can work that well also, can help objectives as well in here. So it works that way. It works that way. But I feel like the Diggy pick, unless somebody is able to show us a great gameplay, as good as Flash Tyrant's second game Diggy, but able to get the win, then maybe perhaps you can use Diggy. But you can switch it up. Try to switch it out, however, just make it different changes and it will work that way. And speaking of game 1, we see a lot of potential coming in for WoW. They played really well, staying to their grounds, getting every single opportunity that is open for them, did not waste any single time, and they managed to take down with the help of the Lord, I think, during in the top lane.
That's right.
They are able to help out with, if not mistaken, it was which hero again? The Jawhead was dealing a lot of damage as well. Selena wasn't doing that much, but she was quite impactful at the latest part when her team is able to connect with the attacks.
That's true. I do have to give credit to Be Almost right here, taking one game off Mystic Burden.
Yep.
And they do have a lot of plan in play as well. We do see it right off the bat, taking out the Natalia of Dominus and then making him a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe Lancelot is not like his the main
hero, correct?
Because he is really, really great with Natalia, and maybe that forces them to play something, a composition that's not comfortable for them, and then like maybe tilt them to picking Diggy right there. So
maybe perhaps just their predictions from there, but all we could do is just predict from there. And like I said, Lancelot maybe is not perhaps it's not his favorite hero, perhaps it's not his comfortable hero. He could have went with somebody else different. I think I would like to see a Karina back in to help out, with a Gushing combo, wombo, to at least fight Gushing, because she's actually assassin mage as well from that.
Karina is indeed really great, and we don't see a lot of.
And I know you play a very good Karina.
Really?
You carried us before in classic games. Eduardo plays very good Karina, and if a very good Karina, you are able to look around the place, you are able to juke out damages because you got the invisibility for the short period of time.
KBC does know his stuff. That's why he's called this sensei.
I mean, in a way, like Lancelot, yes, very impactful for certain lineups. Maybe not to a particular individual like Dominus, but we'll see how it goes as game 2 is about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching this on Facebook right now, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, follow us on Facebook. You can check me out on KBC Sensei. You can check Eduardo out at Eduardo Gaming. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right. Or Eduardo and LBB. That's the username. So,
correct.
Yeah.
And you can even comment down your questions, your answers or comments or suggestions. But then, it's game 2.
Game 2.
Actually, we should say round 2 of game 2.
Round 2. Mystic Burden versus We Own Worlds.
And it looks like they're going to switch sides already. Mystic Burden will start off from the blue team, banning off Hellcat. No surprises, as We Own World, they will be at the red side. They're going to get the first and second slot, while waiting for Team Mystic Burden to at least choose their main choice of hero.
We do see Zorn play a mean Fanny, and if Mystic Burden
team
does
is
have a
banned.
composition to complement with that,
Yep.
it could be really great for him. Let's remember, Zorn's Fanny is the key player highlighted
Yep.
during, for the day. So
Yep.
maybe we can see. Maybe we might see We On Worlds going a little bit like one step further to ban out Fanny for themselves.
Yep.
It could happen.
And I like how Zorn plays it. He was playing actually a very phenomenal Fanny at the time. It's just that his team couldn't support it.
That's
He was
right.
not on the position. He was always getting
The enemy
stunned. He was
is
getting locked
banning.
down. So it's a little bit pity from his end. Meanwhile, Mystic Burden banning out Jawhead already, while We Own World banning out Natalia as their first ban phase, giving out the last one. The last one, definitely Grok. Definitely. You don't want to give Grok to your opponents
But
and then you have to have a big
Hayabusa, though.
headache.
There's Hayabusa as well for the split pushing.
That's why this is where, as the blue team, the blue
We'll
side,
be forcing them.
yes, you're forcing them to choose their poison. You're
Force
forcing
their
them,
hand.
correct. You're forcing them to choose which hero they okay. Oh no, they're gonna take out Martis. Mystic Burden. This is your chance to play Grok, the primary
Hayabusa.
tank. Haha.
Alright, let's see whether Too Easy for Jab will be getting the Grok or the Kuja. They were two requesting that hero.
Definitely, I did see Jab play very good Grok. He was playing in season 1 as well.
The
And
enemy
no,
is picking.
Selena.
They want the Abyssal Arrow for themselves. They did see We On Worlds get the Selena. The Abyssal Arrows were strong, but they were missing it a little bit. But Mystic Burden was like, you know, let me show you how to play Selena. And
But
this leaves
yes.
out
Is picking.
They are giving out Hayabusa.
and Grok.
Grok, look at this, and this is the calculation. You have 4 top band heroes. You're giving 2, not 1, but 2 to the opposite team.
Two-
Did I have it? Sure.
Two
have it,
value picks. 2 value picks coming in from
Oh.
We On Worlds. And the chill right here is just lackluster already. The Grok is just a little bit too much because it is the rapid boots method.
I just realized here. What if WoW, when they had their final ban, the poison, they had to choose their poison, right? They had to choose one to ban,
The
and the rest of the
enemy
poisons
is
giving
picking.
to Team Mystic Burden. But what if, just what if, WoW was actually saying, Mystic Burden, with your first pick, choose your poison. Then we take two
more
to
poison.
make your poison.
2 more crazy picks. 2 more value picks for themselves. I have to question what Mystic Burden is doing right here. They do
Wait a
get
minute. Huh?
the Gato Kasha for themselves, which I question so much because Gato Kasha is actually great against team compositions that has a lot of physical damage. Marksman.
Yes, correct.
Maybe they were looking at the Hayabusa, but now Windsmoke getting the Gashin. It's a magical mage, so
Your team
I
is
don't
picking.
see the logic here.
I also don't see the logic because Gato Kacha, even though with his rework, he's still very hard to use. He's more like a very technical hero to use. Like, technical heroes, for example, maybe marksmen. Marksmen are all technical heroes where you need to farm at a certain time and rage at the same time. But then look at this setup. After WoW chose Harley and Gushin, they are going to go with
The enemy is
Vexana
picking.
and Carry.
What?
The carry.
I just can't. I can't.
Oh.
I can't understand this. Vexana carry will have a really bad time because Gato Kacha is more like an aggressive.
Yes.
Unless he chooses to play defensively, and we see all flickers coming in from Mystic Burden.
All flickers.
No retribution?
Huh.
Really?
Okay, sorry, for those who don't know, we all will last pick the tank, which is Minotaur. So they're going to have 2 primary tanks
They will have the
alongside.
Minnow and Fury for themselves.
Yep. And I'm not sure about Mystic Burden. We were all stunned about Mystic Burden's choices. It's going to be tough. I'm going to choose We Own the World. Without any doubt, We Own the World wins this draft pick because not only the 2 top popular bands that they obtain, but the balanced lineup coming in. However, Mystic Burden, they chose a marksman in hand.
They do have Selena. They might scale well into the late game. We On Worlds, start hitting Abyssal Arrows late into the game. It could happen for Mystic Burden too.
But the logic coming in from Vexana, coming in from Gato Kacha,
Vexana is
still okay.
Still a great pick.
Yep,
But,
but
tank like
Gato
that, they
Kacha.
could have picked Hylos. They could have picked Akai. So I'm a little bit lost right there. We're a bit lost right there. What do you guys think? Let us know under the
Smash them.
comments right here whether it's gonna be Mystic Burden or We On Worlds taking the game. We On Worlds is up 1 game. Mystic Burden have to draw the game out for another one. So let's check it out.
They are gonna fight for their game lifeline as well. The same reminiscence, the same deja vu situation coming in for Flash Tyrants. There's a bit of an engagement coming in. Not too shabby. You already know that Minotaur is not going to do much damage. Well, on the same time, Jet V and Okazuna's using their Vexana and Gatokacha also will not do the same similar damage as well. Saw teasing damage from here. I want to take note that if you are able to watch here the positionings and the lineups coming in, I am actually very interested to see how Vexana and Gatokacha were to play side by side. Now, again, back to the same point. Vexana, I feel, was a good pick after recalculating it because she can use the ulti to get the biggest tanks if she were to able to curse them. The only downside is, can she target these tanks on time? As you can see, a wall comes out already, a nice flicker moving on from Zorn's Chow, and it will save the day for the time being. But Chow has to fall back into base and leave this lane open for Carry. Carry early on did not have too much damage and she will get harassed by both Hayabusa and Grok.
So right here on the top side, we do see Crab being contested for Beyond Worlds and Mystic Burden. Aggressive plays coming out from Nenas, trying to get this cow out the lane. Too easy for Jab. Oh, gets the taunt. Almost gets it because, I mean, he's tanky enough to walk away. We do see Turtle being spawned out. Goshan is rotating right away on the top side. We'll get the jungle minion before he does that. And it's just less aggression coming out from Beyond Worlds. Beyond Worlds should be the one that will be aggressive because, like we said, Harley coming in wants to get a lot of damage for Too Easy for Jab, but the Deadly Magic pops does not get too much because the Too Easy for Jab is really tanky as the Gatokacha could be good for them.
I want to stress out again, top lane, Vexana and Gatokacha, how do they work out? It seems like the matchup is somewhat losing already. You have Minotaur and Harley dealing so much early damage.
They will be playing a little bit more defensive.
They have to play defensive, but you can check out here, mid lane already. It looks like, wow, it's going to fall down for the first blood onto Selena. Mystic Burden perhaps opening up an entry for the confidence booster as the top lane. Too Easy for Jet V. He's going to try to go there, and the rest of the members of Mystic Burden, they want to contest for the turtle. It looks like they will contest for the turtle. The rest of the members are just teasing the turtle, trying to get the turtle to attack the opposite team, at least deal some damage, a bit of poking damage from there, but they will fall back into their respective lanes. None of them right now want to risk this because I just feel if Mystic Burden were to start the turtle, they can steal it because of the help of Hayabusa and Grok, even Gushin or Harley. Everyone that can steal it from there.
Now we see Beyond Worlds lost first blood against Mystic Burden, but their goal advantage is still slightly higher compared to Mystic Burden right here because Hayabusa was just very focused on the bottom side of the map. Oh, we do see a fight coming out here. Selena taking out the Grok right away, melting them. Their man, Marksman, is already striking almost 3 minutes. The kick is good, the way of the dragon, but X-Ray uses the Shadow Kill, will be getting away with the Quad Shadow, but the Marksman yet again gets the sneaky X-Ray Ninja right there.
And Mystic Burden doing things right. They have this lineup, which is a 3-1-1 lineup that they have rotated. It's a very fast, quick mobile lineup, and it's working perfectly with Kuja behind the enemy lines to smoke them all away. As the ulti for Vexana works, giving them a 5th member in hand. And no, we all
another!
Oh no, look at that! A kill onto the turret and another member fall down. Gushin is able to take the consolation kill from there, but then it's a little too late. 1 kill, 1 turret is down for Team We Own World. Mystic Burden winning this war right there.
Too easy for them, using the ultimate for Gatokacha. I mean, to just defend the lane, that's a little bit awkward right there, but wow, Mystic Burden winning out these fights for themselves, and they have a team composition that scales really late into the game. winning all these early fights already, we on walls have to be really careful right now. Too easy for Jab, which is happily getting the gold for himself. Will be building all these tanking items for himself. Will be very useful when he uses his ultimate onto five players on V on walls. V on walls have to, you know, right now focus on the objectives. They have the turtle. They have to engage it really aggressively. They do know they are behind. 5 minutes in, 4-1, and right here we do see more action coming in. Oh, Abyssal Arrow being missed by the Selena. Mystic Burden will be holding the line. Doesn't want V on walls to overtake them in terms of the kill advantage.
You know, the turtle, speaking of the turtle, that was actually a very good sight. I feel like the turtle will not be contested by any of the teams because their firepower is just nice to steal away the turtle. The only sight that I want to see, or the only point I want to see, is how are these two teams going to win their team fights and how much lane control can they get. Look at that. Maybe perhaps Gatokacha's usefulness is because of the tankiness. He's able to take hardy one-on-one situation, even though defensively you might say there's a loophole in that. But it gives up more opportunities for the tri-lane at the bottom side to take over and getting We Own World's first ever turret.
He has been holding the lane for 6 minutes as the Gatokacha.
Yeah,
and there he goes, he go in.
And here comes the push over here. They're trying to find We Own World's members as a very nice ultimate being struck down by Vexana. Unfortunately, there is no follow-up. The rest of the members will again rotate. I love this rotation coming in from Mystic Burden. Perhaps this is the lineup that works onto the rotation. X-Ray with the Hayabusa. He's going to run away. He's going to joke away with the Shadow Clone over my oh my. And then he's going to find over here Zorn with the kick onto the way of the dragon, but then he's in a lot of trouble because 3 members are finding he wants their hit in here. Selena able to kill off Harley over there, separating the whole team and getting individual kills, just ending their lives, and now this looks really well for Mystic Burden.
The first pick of Selena is paying off for themselves right here. The value pick coming in from We Own Worlds does not pay off so far. 7 minutes in, Mystic Burden leading the way. In terms of kills though, they are losing out in terms of gold advantage. They are still looking for more. They are losing out at the moment. KBC, what do you think right now?
The goal advantage is not that significant, but I do have to give credit to We Own the World because they have a lot of heroes that could farm minions really well. They could get gold as much as possible. Mystic Burden, on the other hand, I need to see their gameplay over here. They are very defensively. Yes, they are very defensively in one way.
They're cautious.
But they rotate really fast. Into creating a counter-attack or counter-offense situation, which is working for them at this moment. Meanwhile, look at that. I already said carry has been a trouble over here with Selena getting their own perspective. The Abyssal Arrow works and the ball comes in for Grok to save the day and save his teammate. Well, Dragon has to run away from the Gushon, but then Grok, he has no choice but to back up. The Rapid Boots with the skill advantage to cancel off any effects, negative effects, correct me here, to run away from danger.
The Abyssal Arrows has been paying off, has been hitting for Dominus. He is carrying the team to victory. And meanwhile, Gatokacha is just holding the line on the top side of the map. We on Worlds have been sieging the top tower for 8 minutes now, and it's still not down. The defensive position that Mystic Burden has been taken is really great. They had the aggressive composition that didn't work out early on, and now they're playing defensive. It has been paying off for them. 9 minutes in, still holding the line. In terms of kill advantage, goal advantage is still lacking though. I'm
giving credit as well to Jet V. He's one of the best tanks in Malaysia, one of the best tank players here. He is able to stand his ground for a very long time, but before that, Chow with the kill onto Grok, open things up for Mystic Burden as the ulti comes in for too easy for Jet V before the rest of the members of Team We Own World will run away, but then it's a little bit too late as Mystic Burden will get the trick kills. 2-2 for We Own World. We Own World still surviving here, even though their Harley is down to the slit of hell. He needs to lifesteal as much as possible if they want to continue this war. It looks like it's going to be a stalemate, and Team Mystic Burden, perhaps, just perhaps, winning this lane, and now are separating to defend their remaining towers ahead.
As we mentioned earlier, Mystic Burden does have a team composition that scales late into the game, but We Own Worlds does have Hayabusa. Oh, there you go. Almost something happening there. But we do see a lot of assassins. Harley, Hayabusa, Gushon, Grok, Minotaur, everybody that can just jump onto the carry, and carry did sacrifice herself right there, which is really great, and carry has to watch out her position for Mystic Burden's team composition to work, and just stay back until the abyssal arrows hit.
And even though the team fights, there's a lot of trick kills, and you know, there's a bit of exchange in terms of wars advantage, but then look at the time. The time is not the friend for We Own World. As time passes by, this is where carry comes in. But the wall is good, like you say, Minion. Fury comes in as Grok kills off Selena, the primary damage dealer in this game of stage. The rest of the members of We Own World will continue on with the aggression as, oh my goodness, Vin is trying to run away from any danger, any BS coming in here. Mystic Burden with carry. The carry will continue on damaging in the front lines. The rest of the members of Mystic Burden, they want to punish We Own World as carry goes in with her second kill, make it a triple kill, even though that wasn't recorded. It was a 3 kill coming in for carry as Kuja level 13, 11 minutes down the clock. He is feeling fully farmed, just perhaps fully farmed indeed.
Mystic Burden could have went for the lawn early on to, you know, pay off with their win, a 3-0 team fight that won them the Lord, but Cho was a little bit too low for that, so it just resets the objective for We Own Worlds. We Own Worlds is still back in the game. They are indeed still better in terms of gold advantage, and Mystic Burden is a little bit losing out with the farming game right here. Too easy for Jab, tries to go in, but just have to back away. I mean, his teammates are not ready. Carry is still not there. The damage not there. Cho looks like he's ready, wants to get somebody in, and let's see what happening right now.
Oh, Jikundo with the Way of the Dragon again, connecting for Cho, giving Mystic Burden the advantage to start this war in their favor. Minotaur running away from the clone. Vexana has put an oath, a curse towards him, but then Hayabusa in the mid lane is just splatting down towers and turrets over here. Look at that, just slicing and dicing down with the fish sword. And my oh my, the rest of Team Mystic Burden have to be aware of this caught off guard. Gushon coming in with his kill before falling down to the hands. And now We Own World, even though they managed to take down that sneaky peeky like turret killing, but then they have lost a lot. They have lost three members, they have lost the Lord, and it's Mystic Burden's time to strike back.
Oh, the Hayabusa's shadow kill almost gets the carry, but carry might be able to fight back, but no, gets the kill right there. Hayabusa, oh, leading away for TVZ for Jab to chase him around. The Lord was like, huh? And just walks away from there. X-Ray being a little bit too sneaky for the Lord to notice him, and man, oh man, and I do see what We Own World is trying to do. They are trying to steal turrets. They are focused on their objectives. However, they have been dying in all these team fights, which makes a little bit hard for Hayabusa to just split push and do his thing. So they have to be a little bit reserved in terms of their position right now, because they are losing out in terms of the kill advantage. Their goal advantage is still there.
Yep.
It's still ahead of Mystic Burden. How do they do this?
Because again, Mystic Burden plays it really defensively. I'm just guessing that Too Easy for Jet V, aka the Gatot Kacha, did not have enough farm comparing to other teammates. That's why it kind of adjusted on their economy. But again, you have to give credit to Mystic Burden. Like, they know that they can win fights and win wars. As you can see, Jikundo with the way of the dragon again connecting. Minion Fury was connecting as well with the rest of the members, but no follow-up as the Almighty Lord pushes in to the bottom lane, perhaps just giving Mystic Burden the other kill over here. Selena killing off Harley with the Abyssal Arrow with the help of the rest of the teammates. The Lord is still marching on. Carry! Killing off Hayabusa, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit too late. We own World getting 2-0 clean sweep over Mystic Burden. Oh, sorry, it was Mystic Burden winning the round against We Own World, equalizing it 1-1. I was so confused on that because Carrie was doing a really good job alongside with Selena, and We Own the World, they couldn't do anything. They were stopped, they were stunned, and like you said, the team fights weren't disadvantaged, and they wanted to go in with the sneaky attack onto the turret, but then it was too much to bear with. All your members just die off, you don't have any backup, and you will be the last member being hunted down. So it was a big mistake from them. They should have focused on dragging the team fight, or at least making Team Mystic Burden, forcing them towards the team fight. Like, you know, just spend all your utilities, spend all your skills and stuff. But We Own the World, they say, you know what, let's just take the team fight and then we see what I do. It doesn't work out that way, it doesn't happen that way, and that cost them the goal, they cost them the kills, and Lord just takes the win.
Let's move on to the highlights right here. We'll be seeing all the crazy team fights that happened early on. Mystic Burden playing really well with the team fight, always leading in terms of their team kills, and we do see Cho just, you know, just really aggressive plays. Meanwhile, the only defensive person, the player, is too easy for Jab. Just holding line all the way on the top side of the map. Just holding line for his team, for carry to grow, to scale late into the game. And they were all still winning the team fights while stalling the goal advantage right here. Because We Own Worlds was really ahead in terms of goal advantage all the way, although they were losing all these team fights. And just Mystic Burden controlling the game for themselves. Yep,
and again, give huge shout out to Too Easy for Jet V. He's playing it very defensively. I assume that the goal disadvantage is because of him. He didn't get much farm, but again, just holding his ground, did not die many times. Yeah, and tanky, that's the thing. The word tanky comes in for Gato-Kacha. Perhaps, just perhaps, this is the answer for, you know, upcoming teams to use in their strats or their meta. The Gato-Kacha pick was a very questionable pick, but after seeing Jet V playing
just prove us wrong.
Yep, just prove us wrong. Lay down, hands down, man down.
Hands down, Too Easy.
And you can see the rest of the team, like Mystic Burden, even though with Gato-Kacha not being involved much, but he comes in at the right time. The rest of the members were following up. You have Selena with the Abyssal Arrow. You have, you know, the rest of the members just putting in much effort. Chao initiating attacks. The what do you call this? The Vexana, she was actually putting the ultimate for the 6-man to come in. It deals a lot of damage in not only for team fights but also for the turret pushing from that end.
I do have to agree. It's just so good.
Oh, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Team Mystic Burden taking out 1 versus 1. I do apologize onto the wow factor. Perhaps the wow just got into me already. But then it will be Mystic Burden equalizing that game, and we'll be moving on to round 3.
Round 3.
Dang, dang, dang. In a little while. Alright, guys.
I was ready. Let's go.
So again, guys, we're going to go for a commercial break. But before that, we'd like to give a huge shout out to our partners, which is Astro, EGG Network, and of course Moonton, for providing us this Mobile Legends Professional League. Malaysia and Singapore. Ido, you just love them, right?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, Ido is loving him. We're going to continue on the break, so we'll stay tuned after this, alright? Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, we meet again in this new episode of Mobile Legends Hero Spotlight. In this episode, we will introduce Aldo, the contractor, who swore to protect the ancient maze of Minos. As the leader of the Minoan Guard, Aldo swore to protect the maze of Minos for his entire life. Unfortunately, the gods saw it fit to punish him by changing his bodily form, giving him a grotesquely large arm that struck fear in the people around him. What's scarier is that his arm can gain seemingly infinite power through the souls trapped within it. Needless to say, Aldo is a formidable foe on the battlefield. Overall, Aldo is capable of attacking nearly any enemy on the map, and he has the ability to endlessly strengthen his attack damage by killing his foes. In short, Aldo is a warrior who possesses strong burst DPS. For his first skill, Aldo activates his arm's latent energy to strengthen his next basic attack. If that attack kills an enemy unit, then Aldo's basic attack damage will permanently increase. What makes this skill even stronger is that enhanced basic attacks will deal bonus damage against minions, making Aldo a good choice for laning. In fact, this skill is Aldo's primary DPS skill. We recommend everyone to solo a lane in order to accumulate as much damage enhancements as possible, thus allowing Aldo to become a deadly foe in mid to late game. For his second skill, Aldo activates a defensive barrier that makes him immune to all basic attacks and reduces damage from other attack types. When reactivating the skill within 1 second of activation, or when the skill duration ends, Aldo will stun and damage nearby enemy units. Use the skill before charging into a skirmish, and Aldo will most likely survive long enough to use his first skill twice. If the battle feels too heated, taking advantage of this skill's stun effect can be very useful in promoting Aldo's survivability. For his ultimate, Aldo can temporarily gain the field of vision of any one of the enemy heroes. During this time, reactivating his ultimate allows Aldo to lock onto one of the enemy heroes for a strike that damages and knocks back the enemy hero. However, cancelling the strike while Aldo is attacking results in additional cooldown time. Use this skill and Aldo can attack any enemy hero on the map, which is indeed very powerful. However, do not use the skill blindly. For example, it would be better to cancel Aldo's ultimate if he's attacking an enemy surrounded by allies. We strongly, and I mean strongly, urge everyone not to feed. As for Aldo's passive, after every 3 attacks, the next attack's damage will generate a shield that absorbs damage, lasting 3 seconds each time. Now here's something amazing. The basic attacks enhanced by Aldo's first skill will also activate his passive. What this means is, Aldo can generate a very powerful shield due to the synergy between his passive and his first skill. In terms of the equipment builds, we recommend the following sets. We highly recommend using the first set, especially if Aldo is charging into skirmishes or holding a lane alone against many other heroes. The equipment item Endless Battle works especially well with Aldo's first skill in generating devastating damage output, while Wings of the Apocalypse Queen helps ensure Aldo's survivability when ganking. As for emblem builds, we highly recommend everyone to use the physical emblem set and select Shield, Bravery, and Life Drain. Aldo is not strong during the early game, during which time he should be focused on laning to accumulate damage enhancements. The emblem talent Life Drain should help Aldo survive the early game with greater ease. For battle spells, we recommend using Flicker to improve Aldo's ability to chase down enemies in the late game and to survive during the early game. Aldo activates his ultimate and sees the enemy Aurora on her own. Aldo activates a strike against Aurora, who can do nothing but hide underneath the tower. Aldo reaches Aurora. Wow, Aldo activates his first skill and knocks out Aurora. Now Aurora's allies are rushing to defend the area. Leslie is already under the tower, but Aldo chooses not to back down. He activates his second skill to absorb tower damage while he goes after Leslie. Leslie uses her second skill to knock Aldo back under the tower. Now, Aldo seems to be a goner, but no. He uses Flicker to teleport to Leslie and activates his first skill to finish her off. And that's Mobile Legends' latest hero, Aldo, coming soon for 599 diamonds or 32,000 battle points. Make sure to take advantage of the 30% launch week discount. Until next time.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
The thought.
Welcome back all to our round 3 of game 2, which is Mystic Burden going up against We Own World. So it's We Own World, it's not We Own the World, We Own Worlds. So just to correct us on that part over here, but it's gonna be it's gonna be round 3 where the teams are now equalized with 1 point.
1-1. They are equalized right now.
And they will get 1 point in the scoreboard.
That's right.
Correct. And they will be fighting for the extra point.
Extra point.
In this round.
And
3.
bragging rights.
Yes,
to take the series.
So again, guys, the Mobile Legends Professional League Malaysia and Singapore Season 2 is brought to you by Moonton and Astro EGG Network. You have to do that, right? You have to do that every time.
I have to.
All right, you're just showing gratitude. So yeah, hope you guys can show us the gratitude as well from here. So going back to game 2, round 2. I have to say this, round 2. I feel like Team Mystic Burden, they played their cards right. Like, I really love how the Gatot Kaca pick was there defending the ground even though it was under farm, and the rest of the members were using the opportunity that We Own World did not take. Okay, so we talked about this before. We Own World, they have the greatest lineup. They have Grok, they have Hayabusa, they have Harley.
They're like the best lineup for themselves, but they did not execute well. They did not go for the early invade.
Yes.
They did not go for the early
Turtles,
aggression, the turtle.
They were scared, you know.
And they were losing out the fights. And I understand that we're focusing a lot on the Gatot Kaca, but I do like to point out that it could be another tank that was defending the top lane. It could be another tank like High Loss, like Akai, that was defending on the top lane, you know, just holding the line. And when they will have, if they're having team fights, High Loss can use the Glorious Pathway. It could be way more effective compared to Gatot Kaca. However, like, the MVP is indeed Carry.
Yep. Carry indeed.
The marksman meta is real.
We hope to see another marksman. We're going to move on to round 3 of Mystic Burden versus We Own World. We Own World will be in the blue side while Team Mystic Burden will be on the red side. This is the fight for that last point.
The final game of the series. Natalia yet again being taken out. Does not want Dominus to be under Natalia at all. The target ban, more like a respect ban coming in from We Own Worlds and Selena. Ooh. They use it, they know how strong it is, but right now they know We Own Worlds does have the first pick.
Yep. They do
really
want to
smart,
risk it.
really smart of them.
Yep.
They do not want to see Selena getting picked by the We Own Worlds right there.
And we have to give credit to all the teams who have been showing here today. I think we did see the rise of having a marksman in their lineup. So that's a great cause and action, and we did see good wins coming in from these players or these teams taking a marksman in their place. So it opens up a lot of opportunities. Even they don't have the pure assassins to be in line, they still have the marksman for a backup in here. And I can't wait for the new hero to come in. If Cloud is in, it's gonna
not
be
just
fun.
yet though, because he just released.
Correct. So it looks like the ban comes in for WoW or We Own World.
Hayabusa.
So leaving Mystic Burden to choose the poison again.
Yet again, Grok. It could be the Grok, it could be the Jawhead. Let's see what Mystic Burden chooses to give away for the first pick. It could be the Hellcat as well that I was saying, and the ban was there. Does not want this sneaky little mouse all over the map.
Just
a little bit of darkness. A little bit of darkness is not too good for We Own Worlds. We Own Worlds. We'll be going for the Grok though, your favorite hero, your favorite. I mean, he's a tank player, right?
I'm a tank player. My favorite hero is actually Hilda, but yeah, Grok.
Hilda?
Yeah, Hilda is actually pretty good bringing back in Season 1. But again, Grok is more of the meta tank already, and surprisingly, in this game, they're just letting Grok away. Perhaps they know there's a counter for Grok, which most likely will be the marksmans in the game itself. This is why I said, even though you don't have the assassins that you need, you're giving out meta tanks like Grok, who's dealing a lot of impact in team fights. But if you have a counter, which is perhaps the marksman to deal a lot of damage, to burn down Grok, that will be the solution. The solution needs time, though.
That's right.
They need a lot of time to
do agree with that. And also, they might be going for the Cho and Jawhead right here because it's just a great combo. And Cho, Jawhead will not be the combo.
I was about to say, they don't need Cho later onwards because I feel like they need damage. Teams from the patterns that we see, they will normally get core heroes first. If they don't have, like, perhaps the top banned heroes are being banned again, they will go for core damage heroes. After that, they'll move on to the fighter initiative for the fighter meta. You can see that Cho and Fanny will be selected. So, I mean, very nice. That's a very nice
We had
selection.
2 highlights on key players. Zon is great at Fanny.
Yep.
X-Ray is great at Fanny as well. So X-Ray might be. I mean, we have seen Zon play some Fanny. Unfortunately, unable to carry his team to victory. But maybe X-Ray's Fanny might do the trick. Along with the Cho pickup, and we don't see Mystic Burden picking up the Cho. Beyond Walls will be picking the Cho. My money's on Beyond Walls right now.
Well, let's see about the drafting first. You can see
Your
that
team
Vexana
is
and
picking.
Arkai will be selected. I prefer this lineup. I think they take your advice.
Which lineup was it?
You initially thought that Gatokacha could be replaced with another tank, perhaps
There you
Arkai
go.
or Hylos.
There you go.
They follow your advice. They follow your advice. They did
Yes.
not take Gatokacha.
Hire me as your coach, Mystic Burden.
And they are going to run out with the Vexana. I find the Vexana's pick initially was a bit illogical, but when I think about it, is to counter the strongest tanks, because you can use the ultimate to clone the tank itself for the dead person or your own tank. So they did it really well. Yishun Shin! Yishun Shin!
Ooh, the marksman meta is real.
Not only that, it was Yishun Shin. Of all marksmen, they could have gone with Carry, they could have gone with perhaps Moskov. Yishun Shin is back already, and this will prove beneficial for the team fights.
Yi Sun Shin was never nerfed. Was never nerfed.
Yep,
He
was
has
never
always
touched.
he's always been very strong. It's
Yeah.
just new heroes coming in that outshines him.
Correct.
And he does have the global ultimate.
It looks like Team Mystic Burden is going to
Another
play the
marksman.
marksman. Another one and another one. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very... Okay, I would say the second time in MPL, because the first time was Roger and Carry in the different teams for Icon versus WoW. This time around, we're going to have Yi Shun Shin going up against Carry and Ko. So it's going to be fun. We own World going against Mystic Burden, both teams with the MM. Ido predictions right now.
Predictions. There are too much, man. I can't design it. Okay, which one is better? I do feel that Carry is a little bit better. But however, Yi Sun Shin is more of a supportive marksman,
Yes.
where he does
Playmaking.
have the, and also he has the
Global
what's it called?
arena
Yeah,
effect.
the global ultimate, and also the melee and range. What's it called? Fighting style.
Yeah.
So he's able to go in and be the fighter, or he's able to be the marksman.
Predictions first. Come on, you have to give us predictions.
No, I was trying to avoid it, but I have to go with Mystic Burden because they were doing well. They had the momentum in the second game, and they might just take it away from Beyond Walls, tilting a little bit in the second game.
I want to give hope to WoW with the Yishun Shin. It's been a long time since I've seen a great Yishun Shin. Shout out to LY4 for playing a great Yishun Shin. We might see Mihawk doing the same thing in this game. We on World going against Mystic Burden, fighting for the last point in round 3 of their matchup. And the turtle will spawn at the bottom side. Not my favorite spot. Every time joking about that, but it's not my favorite spot over there. The matchups are the top lane. You can see that Grok and Fanny against Jawhead and Vexana. While the mid lane, Lancelot and Gashan, no surprises there. Their rivalry in the mid lane continues on as Yi Shun Shin with Cho going up against Arkai and Carry. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, X-Rays of Fanny has not been disturbed just yet because the Grok has been protecting his her farm really well on this side of the map. However, Cho, the Jeet Kondo was good. Oh, 3-man on the bottom side. Reon Worlds gets the crap for themselves. Zorn, Dominus, and Nines will be looking for a kill as well. Fanny has to back away from that. Winsbolt.
Here comes the Fanny fight over here. Fanny wants to deal enough damage, but then the tank is down to the slit of her health. Able to save Vin away from any danger, but then there's no secure kills coming in from both sides of the team. The bottom lane, however, Cho, acting as the hybrid tank and initiator, might prove useful for Yi Shun Shin, because Yi Shun Shin can finish them off with the global ultimate, which time is about to come. 4 levels already, he has the ultimate. He can wait for the right moment to
Turtle
strike them
resurrecting
back.
soon.
The right moment could be the turtle being spawned right now. We almost however, Zorn getting the X-ray, but X-ray being a little bit of sneaky ray will be running away from that, my lord.
And he's able to run away with the steel cables just in
steel
time,
cable.
even though getting stunned from the respective heroes on there.
He throws it away? What?
That's a very nice knockback.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. The fight for the turtle will launch on already. Both teams trying their very best to at least
the
contest the
ultimate.
turtle.
Enemy has
And it looks
slain
like
the
Mystic
turtle.
Burden will get the first turtle, giving them the goal advantage of 150 for everybody in the members here. But first blood coming in again for Mystic Burden as Gushen Dominus again proving dominance as what the heck? A Vexana's clone onto the dead member of We Own World.
A traitor play, but unfortunately traitor is not here. But my goodness, what a play from Exana!
Wow!
Ooh, the curse, the curse.
The curse is real as Fanny is taken down by the compatriot of Lancelot.
Mystic Burden 2-0, 3 minutes in already, 7.5k gold to 6.3k gold. My money is secure, my money is there, my gas coin is secured as well. Mystic Burden doing well early into the game, but let's not be too sure about it, or let's not count We Own Worlds out right now, because they might be living up to their name. The underdog story is here, the stun is good, Kuja getting kicked, the carry is getting caught out, Yusun Shin goes for the snipe but does not get enough. With the ultimate, oh, from the Yusun Shin might be getting away, but jumps away though, the carry. Almost dead with a sliver of health.
I mean, carry can actually do something, can invade those attacks coming in here, but then, you know, it's something that is just to scare them back. Meanwhile, Fanny is able to take down the Nas. Only Vexana over here, and it looks like Fanny is down to a slither health. She's going to run away, able to secure the kill and running back. Wow, they are going to do the wild thing over here, as Grog Walls did not connect to the respective heroes, but then put up so much pressure. Mid lane, however, Zorn taking off that solo turret, and Fanny, he needs to run away. Jaw hit, you're not gonna push your limits over here. Nice knockback coming in as he's trying to juke everybody up. But he's managed to juke out not one, not two, but three members of Team We Own World, and giving Kuja the open lane.
Zorn on the Jawhead was like, you know what, I play a better Fanny, I'll just walk away from that, no problem. You can't cable well.
Yes, indeed. And I feel like Mystic Burden is playing the lanes perfectly. Like, they want to put one pressure onto this lane and then move on to the other lane. You have to split your forces to defend the base, or defend at least the merry moment. We Own the World, they have a lot of mobility, but the mobility isn't at the right point. They stick together way too much, giving one lane open for Mystic Burden to take the kill. Or to take at least the turret from there. We Own World, looks like they try to start something here with the team fight, but then it will be Mystic Burden to follow up with the kill. The Yusun Shin will use the global ultimate, but then it will not stop. Oh, Yusun Shin is actually very low HP, including with Lancelot, but then they are able to run away again.
A little bit of miss opportunity here coming in from Mystic Burden, but this could mean, I mean, forcing Yusun Shin and Lancelot away could mean that they'll be able to take the turtle, but they do not take that as well. They do not punish We Own World enough, I would like to say. They were not doing enough. I mean, with the kill advantage, with you know, with the force coming in from Mystic Burden, I mean, a little bit of missed opportunity. Wasted.
Well, maybe they want to take down the turret. Oh no, look at that. Jawhead going one-on-one with Fanny.
Oh man.
Fanny inviting Jawhead, hey, come on, let's have a one-on-one, but then loses to Zorn's Jawhead ahead. X-Ray has to fall down to the graveyard as the rest of the members between We Own World and Mystic Burden will go head-to-head. Mystic Burden will lose to that trade kill of We Own World, and now it's 1-2-1 kill. Both teams are very, very head-to-head right now.
It's head-to-head, it's neck-to-neck. Both are ready to slit their each other's throat. But that Fanny though, that Fanny tried to have a fight with Zorn, and Zorn, being a Fanny player, does know how Fanny works. It just bursts the Fanny down right away before she's able to get away. Kuja, a little bit of being out of position right here. My goodness, the Lord is already there though. So 6 minutes in, is almost in the late game. The throw is good.
The way of the dragon hits over here as the knockback comes in, but it isn't enough to save Jawhead from the clutch of deaths in here. And if you notice that Jawhead were to fight with Fanny, there was actually another hero supporting Jawhead. If I'm not mistaken, it was Kuja's carry. That time they were supporting him, and it would burst down Fanny really, really fast with the duo. So it wasn't a fair fight if it's a one-on-one trade. However, fair fights doesn't matter as long the victory counts. The team right now that is controlling lanes is Mystic Burden. Mystic Burden wants to go in for the kill. They want to control every single lane.
It is still quite it's still neck to neck. Luffy getting away with a chow, but it looks like being surrounded by Mystic Burden. Mystic Burden dominates. Ooh, 1v3, but does get away. Oh, the Sea Wind Smoke as well. Jumps away with Incandescence with the Gushen. Will be getting away from that really freely. His backup is there, but a little bit too late, I would like to say. If we almost did catch the Gushen right there and then, he might be dead. On the top side of the map, however, Carry will be going for the second tier turret on top side. X-Ray will be clearing the wave and jumping away with Steel Cable, and it's just 8 minutes in already. It's still the same. There's no clear advantage for each team. They're playing it really safe. It's the last game, and it just means a lot to take the series. It's just 1 point up.
I feel like they also want to take the advantage of the marksman meta because they have to farm their heroes. Whoever's marksman is able to get their most sets of heroes items or core items, they're able to do it. But then the wall comes in already until Fanny getting slain by Carry at the top lane. Once again, the 1 versus 1 fight did not work out for X-Ray's Fanny.
No.
The rest of Mystic Burden, they know that this is an opportunity to do the split pushing. Carry at the top lane, she's trying to deal as much damage or try to open up the opportunities. Oh, look at that. Luffy is over here trying to use Chow, and she's gonna back away. But then again, this shows the clear state that, hey, do not mess with our carries or our marksman here.
Our marksman is better, that's right. My guess
it's
coin
farm already,
is
it's really
secured.
powerful already. Yes.
My god, Kuja on that carry, really great positioning though. Jawhead.
Looks like it's gonna be a intrusion over here, and Mystic Burden, they are very, very aggressive. They're gonna fight behind enemy lines. They want to take down the turret, they want to take down the heroes. Defending the turrets over there. Another death comes in for X-Ray's Fanny. The rest of We Own World, they can see their world crumbling into pieces because kills are coming in. Luffy, the last member down below, and he will get killed off here. Wow, now Yishun Shin, he's trying to fight for his dear life. What is he doing? He's not gonna survive this fight. This is gonna be an unofficial team wipe
out. Oh my god. But
and
we don't see them going for the Lord though. They went for the tower. It's a little bit, I do question a little bit how Mystic Burden plays. I mean, don't get me wrong, the team fighting skills are great, but they're not getting, you know, as much as possible out of their profits.
I feel like, yes, maybe that's one thing, but they don't want to risk it. Again, most of the members, they don't have the tanks. I think Jawhead was down, Gushen as well, another damage dealer was down. So they don't have that flexibility to at least risk the Lord for the taking. So they will wait another round. They have done their part, they have done their duty. Yes, they can risk it if they want to, they can go for it, but I don't think it's a good move for my end. It's a smart move, a slow, smart move. Meanwhile, Jawhead connects with the push, but then could not find the members over here as Grok is able to run away from trouble. We Own World, they're gonna survive one more time. And it looks like it's just We Own World is just delaying the inevitable. Mystic Burden is just playing very slowly. They want to make sure that Kuja aka Carry is fully farmed, level 13 already by the way. It's gonna be fun to see that last moment when Kuja hits max level, he max items. We Own World just gonna shred into butter.
We do see Lancelot trying to push the side lane on the bottom side, but more action coming in. Fanny will be going. Oh, the Yi Sun Shin pick up with the global ultimate. My goodness, Lancelot is a little bit low. Yeah, no,
Fanny running away from there. Unfortunately, the flicker comes in for Jawhead, finishing the move onto the kill trade. And I was about to say, you know, Fanny finally get the revenge over Carry, but Ishichi's like, nope, I'm gonna get a kill, nope.
That's right, that's right.
Kill steal by the way, so Mihawk, you did X-ray some dirtiness, hanky-panky over there. But anyways, looking at the conditioning right now, Mystic Burden, they're just looking in the bushes, they're just waiting for the right time, they're just waiting for the time, that opportunity.
Oh, there you go.
We Own World to come in, and they will get it over here. Here comes the push. Here comes the fight. Chow will be the first victim to say, oh my goodness, I got caught up by the trap, and the top lane pushes on. However, the top
Our
lane,
turret has
Lancelot
been destroyed.
is pushing the turret, but then again, Team Mystic Burden, they said, you know what, we can risk this one, we can risk a tier 1 turret. It's gonna fall
safe,
down
right?
anyways.
It's a little bit safe right now.
Yeah, and the Lord will be the main priority part. Grok comes in here. This is where the most deadliest part coming from Grok. Will they steal it? No, they won't. Grok will serve. What will die for the Lord, and the Lord will not be taken. Dragon, meanwhile, he's going to continue pushing the top lane. He's going to punish Mystic Burden for taking the Lord and trying to steal that. Dragon wants to run away from there. Too easy for JetV, missing the blender over here.
Good kick.
And oh, look at Dominus. He's going to get stuck over here. And he's going to run away safely. He's going to use his item skill for that. That was an active skill. If
that was Winter Tertian. That's really, really great item. That you will be invulnerable for 2 seconds.
Okay. And then you can just run away.
And just like that.
Wow, that
just
was
click
a good
it and
use.
you will be invulnerable. Yeah.
Which item was that again?
Winter Tertian.
Winter Tertian. Wow,
right.
guys, if I was really surprised. I was hoping that the guys,
amazing play by the Gaussian. Dominus knew what he had to do.
Yes.
He went in, he tried the
Your
aggression.
team destroyed a turret.
It did not work well, but he get out really safely. So right now we see Mystic Burden sieging the towers on the top side of the map. The wall is good from Grok, but will it be enough to stop this? He's just delaying the
inevitable, my dear friend, because they are fighting 7 versus 5. The clone, the Lord, is coming in, is coming hard, as the rest of Mystic Burden will go in with the kills. Jawhead carry, my oh my, they are going to continue it on. Akai, so slither of health, but that could not be finished. Triple kill comes in, skibbity papa, Mystic Burden, this is your game to win. You will walk away with 2 points over We Own World.
And there you go, Mystic Burden 2-1, getting 2 points over We Own Worlds during the first week, second day of the regular season. My oh my, Mystic Burden showing that they are the all-stars to be watched about.
Woo, Mystic Burden, after that first loss in that game, the round 1, they managed to come back from it, and I think this is the item you're talking to me.
That's right.
With, what is it again?
Winter Tertian.
Winter Turtle, okay.
Winter Tertian.
Winter Tertian.
It's
and
blue in color, so
and
it's
here's
winter.
the fun part. Dominus is not taking any turrets. Literally, there's no turrets taking from him. He was 0 on turrets damage. But then, you can see that Mystic Burden being so composed after that first loss. They are calm and composed. They continue on defeating We Own World in the second round. Oh, the second round, yes, correct. And then the third round, it was a back and forth affair.
Yeah, it's a back and forth.
Correct. And finally, they are able to trump victory from there. The highlights are here. And I have to say about this X-Rays, Fanny. The one-on-one situation was initially good. That was a good initiative, but when you die twice already and you continue on doing the one-on-one situation, it's kind of a bit of a...
He's trying. He's trying.
He tried, yeah.
A little bit too hard, and you gotta know that you're behind. You want to catch up. You have to, just farm, get the goal advantage first.
And maybe, in this team fight, perhaps in team fights, Fanny is more impactful. Perhaps in this game, if Fanny were to join in terms of team fight, like coming in later to sweep them off the feet.
Fanny is in a really awkward place. She struggled to push, and she struggled in team fights as well, and she also struggled in 1v1 situations. So Zong will be happy with this. Like MCB was just
Mystic Burden were very happy taking on that 1v1 matchup, and this is where I said 7 versus 5. It was really, really tough. You have Yishun Shin as the clone. You have members falling down already onto We Own World. You can see that Jawhead was getting the triple kill. He was the last member actually finishing them off with that push, that knockback, hitting another member, ending 2 lives. Not only just 1 life on that. And that was the game. Everybody just got wiped out. Got wrecked. Yeah. Got wrecked from there.
Get wrecked.
But anyways, you have to give credits to We Own World. I feel like they are finishing. They always get the first game. And this is the same repetition from yesterday's game. They always get the good hit start, but after that, the second and third game, they kind of falter. They have the opportunity, but they fall at the very last moment because of pressure, perhaps of...
That's true. I'm going to give credit to Mystic Burden. Oh, my money is safe. And there you go. I get double money from KBC. My invisible money is here.
I'm
going to give credit to them because they played. I mean, they're more experienced. They were in season 1. So they know what's going on, and they have been keeping up with the patches. They know what they're trying to pick, and showing that, you know, we as an experienced team, we are the all-stars, and we on Worlds has a lot to catch up because they are new. They fought their way into the qualifiers, and there you go. They have to catch up with Mystic Burden.
Correct, and we have to give credit where it's due. So
right.
I'm going to give both credits for going good.
Everybody, take all our credits.
Yeah. So congratulations to Mystic Burden. You will walk away with 2 points for today. For We on World, don't be sad. You still get back 1 point. I just feel like you have to put a bit more effort on game 2 and game 3. Try not to falter. You are no longer the underdogs. You are the same level as everyone here because this is the regular season. Everybody has a shot for it.
You're the same level.
Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for a short break to go into our game 3, which is our final game. AIRASIA SAIYAN going out against Flash Tyrants. But before that, MPL is brought to you by Ido. Take it away.
Astro, EGG Network, and Moonton, and we'll see you after the break.